Hey, what's up, Facebook family and friends? It's Nisan, Trotter, of course, and I've been doing live Facebook videos for about 2 weeks now consistently, and I want to keep this up. I have a lot of good content, and it's early on a Saturday morning, and I'm wondering who is up, ready to join me on this live video feed on Facebook. We are going to be talking about friends and the value of friendship today. Before I delve in, if you are online right now, you're up and ready to hear this message, I want you to let me know who it is that is online so I can give you a quick shout out real quickly. Whoever you are. I see about 2 or 3 people on already. Good morning to you. Bridget, my homegirl Bridget, great client of mine at Trotter Fitness. Hey Bridget, good morning to you. Let me know who it is that you are that's joining. I see now we're up to about 4 or 5. Angela Drummond. Hey Angela. Bryce, what's up, my man? Bryce, way out in California. Great looking, handsome man you are, Bryce. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? Thank you so much for getting online. I'll spend a couple more seconds, if you will, acknowledging whoever gets online. I'm so humbled. I'm so honored that you would choose to spend some time with me. So whoever you are, wherever you are, let me know. I'll give you a quick shout out before beginning. We're going to be talking about your friendship evaluation list and why this is so important for you to know whether this person is a friend, whether they're an acquaintance, whether they're an associate, whatever you want to call it. But you shouldn't use the term friend actually too loosely. And I'm going to help you in short order define whether a person in your circle is a friend or not. And so now we're up to about 7 to 10 people. That's really cool. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, let's get into it. So I've written down some important bullet points that I want you to also write down if you are at a place where you can do that in terms of evaluating your friends. Okay? Number 1, friends share common interests, they share common passions, and they also share common visions. If you are in cahoots with someone who doesn't have that vision like you have, it doesn't have a focus like you have, it doesn't have interest like you, then they're probably not your friend. I find that my closest friends share a similar vision, and that's how we connect, and that's why we're almost joined together at the hip. They inspire me with my walk with Christ. My friends also are great friends of mine because they also have interest in terms of fitness. I have a lot of fitness friends out there. I also have just positive people in my circle that I consider friends because they're great encouragers. You know, we share a similar makeup in that regard. Anybody who doesn't necessarily share in your vision, maybe you have a vision to be an entrepreneur, or maybe you have a vision to be an engineer, whatever your vision is, you'll find that your closest friends share in that same similar vision. Yes, Pastor Jill, you are my friend to the bone. You're my second mother. You know that. And the reason why I'm so connected to such an awesome person like the pastor of my church is because we share a similar vision in that we love the Lord. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, friends add to each other. They do not subtract. If you find yourself in a relationship with someone and that relationship is draining, it's taking a whole lot of energy out of you, and it doesn't seem that you are going to the next level, but instead you're going backwards, then that's probably not a friend. That's probably someone that you should disassociate yourself with. I want you to think about how you go to the next level just because of a friend adding to you. And here it is. You also are adding to them as well. Good people connect with each other and they add to each other. They don't subtract. That's the test of a real friend. If you're finding yourself stressed out whenever you talk to this person, you find yourself uneasy and your nerves seem to go through the roof, your blood pressure seems to boil and go up, then I'm telling you that's probably not a friend. Alright, number 3, friends do not believe in 50-50 exchanges. Isn't that interesting? That friends don't necessarily negotiate based on an IOU type of basis. So if I do something good for you, then you would then respond to me saying, I owe you one. No, that's not what real friends do. Real friends actually believe in 100-100 exchanges. And I got this concept from the book The Go-Giver. I would advise anybody to read that. It's a powerful book called The Go-Giver. A mentor of mine gave that to me. And The Go-Giver is powerful because in that one book it talks about how friends don't believe in 50-50 exchanges, an IOU type of ordeal. No, I want to just bless you. I want to be good to you. I want to be generous to you because that's the mark of a good friend. You don't owe me anything because of me being good to you, me being nice to you. I do this because I'm your friend. I don't ever want to hold any of my friends hostage on an IOU type of basis. I need you to press like a lot of times if that makes sense to you, and you understand that real friends, they go all out 100%, and it's not a 50-50 type of exchange. Here's another great sticking point. Yeah, I see all type of lights coming across the screen now. That's really good. That's really important. Also, friends, hear me closely. I wrote down these notes for you that I came up with on my own. Friends do communicate on some type of routine basis. And I'm perhaps the most guilty of this because sometimes I just don't use social media, or I don't use the phone to just pick it up and call my friends. But real friends find some way to stay in connection with each other. And this is how you know that you're really good friends. Even though a whole lot of time may have separated you, whenever you start the conversation again, it's like you picked up where you left off. It's like you haven't missed any time because you're joking around again, you're laughing with each other again, you're catching up, you're sharing updates. There isn't any ill feelings toward each other because love is just the center of that relationship. And you found a way that even though time has separated you, whenever you get back together again, it's just like old times, so to speak. Real friends do that. And also, I've learned this too. Real friends don't always talk about remember when. Wow. Ooh, I get excited just sharing that with you. I want you to check your conversations and monitor your conversations with people that you would call friends. Because real friends don't say remember when all the time. No, real friends also talk about the here and now, and they talk about things to come. They talk about the future. They give updates, and they're not always living in the past, but they're constantly going forward in other things that matter in their life, in the here and now and the future. All right. Also, friends sharpen each other. They stimulate each other intellectually. I love the proverb that says iron sharpens iron. And so does a friend sharpen the conscience of his friend. And so if you are around so-called friends and they're always asking you questions and you're always providing the answers, but you never can ask a question and get a solid answer from them, then maybe that's the mark of a friendship that is going to go south at some point. Real friends sharpen each other intellectually. They help each other grow. They stimulate each other. That's the mark of a true friendship. Another great important point that's very simple that I hope you get. Real friends make each other laugh. They have fun conversations. It isn't always serious. It isn't always about business. If I cannot laugh with you, if I can't share fun times with you and just be able to enjoy that moment so that I can take the edge off of life, so to speak, then maybe this friendship isn't going to last very long. Because I don't want to be so uptight in the face, with you that I cannot share laughter with you. I'm not able to share a good time with you. The word says that laughter is like medicine for the body. It almost heals the bones, so to speak. And so it's just good to laugh. All right? Real friends grow old together. They stand the test of time. I can think about some friends that I have right now. And one of my friends, in fact, reminded me of how I used to run down dirt roads in Alabama with my shoes off. And then he began to speak into my life, saying how I've grown as an entrepreneur, as a father, as a leader in my community. And I love the fact that we could laugh about me being in Alabama, running down dirt roads with my shoes off, to now having a home, being a homeowner, to owning a business, being an entrepreneur, helping people, motivating people. And our relationship has stood the test of time. And I love that guy for that. That he can remind me of who I was and how I've grown, and that we share sacred moments with each other just because we've been with each other for an extended period of time. I hope that you have a friend that has stood the test of time. If you have a friend that has been your friend for 5 years plus, 6 years plus, 7 years plus, upwards of 10 years plus, I need you to press like, because that's valuable. I want you to be thankful for that. I want you to honor God for that, because that isn't always the case. Have you noticed that as you grow older, your friendship circle reduces? It grows smaller. And so you ought to be thankful for just the friend that has put up with you for so long. Yeah, you haven't always been good. It hasn't always been easy being your friend. I know that sometimes I require a lot out of my friendship, so you ought to be thankful for the people in your life who have stood the test of time and remained your friend, because real friends stand the test of time. Also, friends. I'm talking about good friends. This is your friendship evaluation sheet and checklist. Real friends forgive. Forgiveness is so important. Forgiveness is powerful. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is remembering without anger. Yes, so real friends forgive. And if you've ever been in a relationship where you stood in the need of forgiveness and your friend actually extended that to you, then you got somebody good in your corner. And I hope that you're able to also forgive someone for their wrongdoings to you too. Because there's going to be trying times. There's going to be difficult times. There's going to be hurdles and barriers that real friends have to overcome and just flat out forgive. Here's a couple more points I want to give to you, and then I wish you well on this beautiful Saturday. I hope that you do something fun with your family and friends, and I hope that you take some time out for yourself on today. Let's finish up these last couple of points regarding friends. Friends think about each other in absentia. It's never out of sight, out of mind for friends. But friends are able to think about each other while they're apart. And maybe they'll pray for that individual who's their friend. Maybe they'll write a letter to that person who's a friend. But it's never out of sight, out of mind for friends. Some of your best friends, to this day, they're still on your mind. You think about them and you enjoy them and you're thankful for them. And it's never out of sight, out of mind. All right, and then finally, great friends are able to tell stories. They're able to share stories and recite them over and over again. Remember, I told you that real friends don't necessarily live in remember when all the time. While also, at the same token, real friends, they share stories and they value their stories. And they recite them to each other over and over again, because it just sort of keeps the relationship alive, so to speak. But if you're just only telling stories of past and you're not sharing stories of the here and now and stories for your future, then that friendship is probably going to fade. I believe in relationships. I think that they're valuable. I believe that in order for you to go to the next level, you need to be in connection with people who add value to your life and they don't subtract to your life. So I hope that you have learned from the list that I was able to share with you. If you feel that this has been valuable for your time, I want you to not only press like on this video, I want you to share this video. Be fair and share. There's some people out there that's just, life has just been terrible for them because they've been in connection with the wrong people who they thought were friends. And now they can use this list to help them go to the next level regarding their relationships. I do know this: you have a supernatural power in you to accelerate and excel. I love you. I hope that your day is beautiful and as beautiful as you are. And until the next time, hands up like a champ.